Hello and welcome to our section of the presentation. Dionysios and I are two of the co-authors of the chapter, along with Joe Stroud. We authored chapter 6, and we're going to jointly present this section. So I'll start by introducing myself, and then when Dionysios comes on, he'll introduce himself. I'm Vicky Devaney. I'm a senior learning technologist here at UCL. And I'm going to start with a metaphor, as this is always useful. So when I work with academics to design an online course, at the beginning of the journey, I often picture something like this. It's a bird's eye view of a road stretching out and not much else. Possibilities are endless, but it can also feel daunting, especially for the academics we work with, as they may have not even participated in an online course before, let alone designed one. And this is one of the biggest factors us learning designers and learning technologists have to bear in mind when we begin our journey in supporting them. So, why adapt ABC for online learning design? A tool that will help us to scaffold our support in designing is very useful, and this is where ABC Learning Design comes in. So ABC was designed for blended learning initially, and over time we realised that it needed to be adapted for our work in the asynchronous space. This is because we often work with academics who might lack confidence and experience of designing fully online courses. They may be not used to designing all the content up front before launch. They need to design content for users who will be navigating their courses with little to no live tutor support. And they need to design for a specific demographic of learners who are diverse and time poor. So we found that a 90-minute workshop was really not enough time to cover everything that we needed to do, as well as plan for the whole of the outline for the course. We also found that academics really needed that time after having these concepts introduced to them to process the implications of everything for their course design. So we decided to move from a single workshop to a more structured stage design process to allow scaffolded academic support, and crucially give thinking time between sessions to reduce cognitive overload. So this is our adapted approach. There are 3 workshops and pre-work, and this is the outline. So workshop 1, online learning design, which is an introduction to ABC and how it relates to online courses. It's about 90 minutes long. Facilitators design a high quality online course, which incorporates key elements from the original ABC workshop structure. We show exemplars of online courses too, so that we can help academics see what a well-planned online course looks like. And they also plan one online activity with support from the facilitator and their colleagues. Workshop 2, that's tools and media, where we choose tools aligned to the learning types. So workshop 2 builds on the previous workshop by exploring tools and technologies for different content and activities. A learning technologist, videographer, and/or an online librarian might also be present. And we provide at this workshop support and advice. Recommendations for academics are tailored to the specific structure of the course being developed, the specific subject of the course being developed, because the types of activities you include vary wildly depending on what you're teaching. Different media types are introduced and the benefits and challenges are discussed. And then we have workshop 3, review and course outlining. So usually there's pre-work given for this before this workshop. Academics work without the facilitator to start to fill out their digital storyboard using the ABC method. And then the facilitator before the meeting will review the storyboard and start writing notes. And then during the live session, the academic and the facilitator come together and discuss the design and refine it. And then at this workshop, towards the end of this workshop, instructions are then given to the academic on how they complete the next stages of their course design. The format of these workshops is flexible. Often it's quite difficult to schedule in-person meetings of multiple academics. So some or all of these workshops can be held online. And I should also mention here too that we have a flexible approach with our pre-work. For example, I often give pre-work before the very first workshop to help set the scene, get the academics thinking before we have the session together. But it really depends on the academics and their timing and availability. I'm going to now hand over to Dionysios.
Hello, I'm Dionysios. I'm an online learning advisor for the blended and online learning team and part of the ABC Learning Designer team at UCL. And I will start by saying that ABC is really a fantastic collaboration starter for academics. No matter whether it is the original 90-minute workshop or the three-part version we have presented in this chapter, academics seize the opportunity given and articulate their visions about the way they would like their modules to take shape. The 6 learning types help academics understand their plans better and share them in a meaningful way using the common language that we all understand. This is exactly the idea behind the conversational framework. Share, exchange, and co-construct knowledge on how to shape great courses. And ABC did a great job in spreading this idea around the world, where it is increasingly being used by more institutions every day, and the 6 learning types being included in new software. And although this expansion is great, and some very good ideas are being presented, it has introduced barriers to the use of the conversational framework in the way it was originally intended. Our research has shown that the plethora of tools used within UCL to conduct ABC workshops has created fragmentation and has led to incompatibilities. I have met academics that showed me ABC workshop outcomes in photos from the cards used in the face-to-face workshop, exports, or even many times just screenshots from Miro, Muro, Google Jamboard, Padlet, and Excel, but also some designs created in the Learning Designer tools. If academics want to share their designs, it is impossible to get a design created in one of these tools and convert it to work in another tool. This is also true when academics are trying to implement an ABC design into a Moodle course. Additionally, what frustrates academics is that it is impossible to keep a synchronized copy of the ABC design with a Moodle course, as the design is often shifting away from the original plan while building the Moodle course. Finally, but also most importantly, colleagues that face impairments and need to use assistive technologies or keyboard-only access cannot meaningfully contribute to online workshops because most of the tools used have very poor digital accessibility, introducing further barriers. The ABC Learning Designer team and the Blended and Online Learning team at UCL are working towards a solution for all these issues. We are creating an online ABC workshop tool that will be working directly within courses of any VLE with primary focus on Moodle. This component will be first and foremost fully compliant with digital accessibility, offering a smooth working environment with meaningful interactions for all users. It will also be decentralized, allowing teachers to install it on their courses without needing administrative access to Moodle. It will be fully connected to the Learning Designer tool, offering interoperability between Moodle and the vast library of designs hosted on the Learning Designer using the same data model and file type. Our aim is to fully embed this new online component in the ABC workshops we run, but also throughout the life cycle of module and program creation. We want to allow academics not only start with ABC and create a design they will forget about, but allow them to change this design at the same time they are building their course on Moodle. And as they are moving to create new modules, they will be able to go back to their ABC designs and reapply them, or adapt them for new courses, or even adopt and adapt designs from other designers within the institution or across the world. The first version of the new online ABC workshop tool working within Moodle will become freely available to all, just like ABC, together with documentation on the design file type so that we can all build designs that talk the same language and can be shared with other tools easily.